Hi everybody, Mars here, the golf professional at Southwick Park Golf Club. This week out on the putting green, you know, the place I don't really want to be, but relatively excited. So if you are into your golf, and over the last few years there's been this thing knocking around with lab putters. It stands for lie angle balanced putting. Putters which have no torque in them. So I've always wanted one, but they're 600 odd pounds. And I know you say if you're prepared to spend 500 pounds on a driver, you should be prepared to spend £1,000 on a putter, but I never was. And I just knew that the technology would filter into the bigger manufacturers. I knew it would happen, and it wouldn't be at these crazy prices. So it's starting to happen. So I've got two of these putters here. So if you've not seen much of the lab stuff, they put it in a thing called a revealer, and it goes backwards and forwards without moving at all. And you put it in another standard putter, and there's a lot of torque in the putter. It's rolling backwards and forwards. So here is my Odyssey, brand new. It's called Square to Square. It does the same thing. It will always return to square. It's not face balanced or anything like that. And I've got Trevor Bailey's new PXG, same sort of thing. So the technology is in weighting, but also how it enters the head to reduce torque. And I thought I've only had this one or two days now, and there is definitely something in it. And these putters are now not at that crazy price. I think this Callaway AI Square to Square Jailbird is going to retail for I'm going to say 250. I don't know, somewhere around that. And I think Trevor's putter is something similar too, maybe a fraction more. I'm just going to have a putt with them both and just tell you what I think about them. Literally had one putt just to see what the line of this putt was on the 18th. Looks pretty straight. Now, what the technology is going to be around is that you've just got to worry about pace and line, and not so much about getting that putter back to square. So the thing for me is, whenever I took a putt back and it started to be like a wiggly line, I knew I was absolutely finished. And why I went onto arm lock and why I was before belly putter. I've only had this a little while, but there is something in this part of it where if you've pointed and fired, it's been very, very consistent for me, very consistent in terms of, now, admittedly, I might not be holding everything, but I've not at all been struggling for that part of it. Here's Trevor's PXG. It's got a different look to it. I don't mind it. I think now I've got mine, I prefer it more. But this is the same. It's one of these back to square putters again, and I'm not taking much care here because I'm just trying to show you that once you've started it on the line that you wanted it on, it probably will stay there. So is there something in this technology? I'm convinced there is, and if you want to have a go with this putter, I'm more than happy to let you have a go with it on the putting green to see what you think. And I think these lie angle balanced putters, not lab putters, are going to be a thing for the future, for a little while anyway. Consider it. If you're one of these people that feels like you can't get the putter back to square and doesn't want to go back from forwards as straight as you want it to, consider a lie angle balanced putter. See you all next week.